and today we are going to be designing this flyer that I created for a car club in the A. With this course, we're going to get it into some text effects, some very basic ones that actually turn up in a major way on this flyer. We're going to get into some gradients. We're just going to get into a whole vibe. You get what I'm saying? And the most beautiful thing about this whole thing is we're only going to use 4 images. Just 4. We're going to use 4 images. All right? So if this is your first time taking one of my courses, thank you for pulling up to the spot with us. And if this is not your first time, you already know what time it is. You already know listen, we just leveling up. Every course is a level up. You get what I'm saying? So let's open the Photoshop. All right. File new, 1500 by 1500, resolution 300. You know what time it is. I don't care about the background contents because we're not going to use it. So, boom. Let's drag in our elements. So let's drag in our car, our paper, our skyline, and our street. Let's just bring them all in. All right. Get rid of our background. Select all the images and rasterize. All right. So this one we're going to leave right here. Let's get rid of the white in the skyline. All right. Boom. Let's get rid of the white with the car. You see how that just did that? So just use your marquee tool. Letter M for the shortcut. Command J to bring it out. Put it on its own layer. We good. All right. Then the paper. All right. Now the paper is on white as well. So let's use our marquee tool. Command Shift J. All right. And we're only going to get the white. So one way we can do it is just to hit the white, select similar. It'll grab it all except for these little edges, which is cool because we can just do it again. All right. It don't need to be like perfect because this is really just going to look like a paper tear. Okay. So once you get it where you got it, Command Shift J, bow. All right. Now with this, let's go ahead and put the top and the bottom on its own separate layers. So let's label this one top, this one bottom. Let's group it together. Let's name it paper. All right. Let's group this car. Make sure you name it car. All right. This is the skyline and the street. Now you know off the top, these are going in the back. So let's bring them all the way down because this is part of the background. So let's group it together. Name it BG. All right. So now let's get started. Let's get the sky where we want it, at least for now. So I'm going to start off with the sky right here. Let's bring in our street. Now this is going to give you some practice on your masking and everything. All right. But before we get to the masking, we need to cut out our car. Okay. Now, you know me. I love the pen tool, but we're going to see what select and subject grab. So it grabs a pretty cool, amount, but that's not enough. All right. So I'm going to use my pen tool and get up in here. All right. So now if you don't know how to use the pen tool, I have a course on it where you can practice, and trust me, you'll love it too. Now some of y'all might pick your quick selection tool. That's fine. You can do whatever you see fit, but I'm using my pen tool. All right, so now we're to the end of the cutting out using the pen tool. Let's make sure everything is cool. All right, cool. Bring in the background. All right. Let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger. All right, cool. Now let's start to mask the street because we don't need all these trees and things. All right, but I want this curve right here. So we're going to use our soft brush to get as close to the curve as we can. All right, and we're going to get rid of the rest right here. Let's bring this pole down as much as we can. All right, that's cool. All right, now make sure we save as. Let's just name it Takeover or TO. All right, let's put it right here. Save it. All right, now we have our paper tear. Let's get our top paper tear, make it bigger. We're gonna hit it with the rotate to give it a little bit of flavor. All right, now with this, you see that gap? We're just going to use our hard brush, B for brush, and just brush it in whatever color. It don't even matter. All right. For this bottom piece, we're going to make it bigger. We're going to rotate. Now because we don't have full tires, what we're going to do is flip this horizontally, because if you see, the higher peaks are on this side. So if we just flip it horizontally, we can get that tire right there. Because I want more of the top. There we go. Make it a little bigger. Let's see. Let's try right here. Let's just bring down the top a little bit more. All right. And then the bottom. All right, and then let's bring up the bottom just a little bit. All right, and on the bottom, let's do the same thing that we did with the top. Just fill it in. It don't even matter the color. All right, so now save it. I know you're like, but look, that has a gap. We gonna fix it though. So let's zoom in. Now we're not gonna use no clone stamp or none of that. What we're gonna do is this. We're gonna get our marquee tool, letter M, right? And we're going to create a copy of the door. Now, when we do that, we're going to use our transform tool. And before we do that, let's duplicate it one more time. All right. Turn the eyeball off. Transform tool. Turn off your link. Drag it up. All right. Now, let's put it like it don't even matter because we're about to do something with it. So let's put it about right there. Let's skew it just a little bit. All right, so it kind of line up. Boom, right? So we still got this one right here, right? Let's duplicate that one more time. And for this one, let's skew it up. Transform it up and then skew it to the left. Right. Now we're going to do it so that the window looks like it has the old regular angle. All right, do it till you get it right. All right, that's cool. But now we only needed this side. So we're going to erase this portion right here. All right, now for this one, this is really because I want this right here. So marquee tool, copy it, get rid of that, and I just want this little portion right here because the handle doesn't look like it was altered any. Let's move it back. Let's bring it to where it makes sense. All right, and then we're going to erase because we are committed, and soft brush the edges. I went too far. Boom. There we go. Soft brush. Boom. All right. So now we got our card together. let's go ahead and create a group, name it main car, just in case we have to go back to it. Duplicate, but let's commit. All right, hit our save. Now, from here, all right, make sure we got it where we want it at. I probably want the city to be bigger. Make sure my link is checked. And tilt it just a little bit. All right, save. Now, so we have our paper, our car, all that. We good. Now let's get to the top, paper. Here we're going to get fancy with a gradient. All right. So double click for your blending options, gradient. All right. So for the red, the darker red, we have 9A0000. I should make it a little bit darker. Yeah, that's fire. And then for the lighter red, we have FF080, E0E. All right. So that would be our top. For the bottom gradient, we are going to use, let's go down here. For the darker red, let's choose like a dark orange. All right. And then for the red, let's use, not the red, the yellow. Let's use, yeah, that's cool. FCC 532. All right. But I want to rotate it. So let's hit reverse. Let's bring that orange. Let's see if we can get a better orange. I want the orange to be, yeah. And then to get it, now you see how it's like on the tips. Let's go ahead and bring it over so it can cover more area. You see? So I wanted to cover some more area. And then let's see if we, let's see what 0 does. Nah, let's put it 90. Let's scale it up. All right. That's cool. That's cool. Now, we got it how we want it with this. Okay. Now let's get to our text. The text tool, the letter T, or just press the text tool. Let's type in 2K22. The font that I'm using in this particular design is called Republica. Okay. Now with this, what we're going to do is we're going to make it a light red. So let's just eyedrop from this red. Let's just make it a little lighter. That's cool. FF3434. All right. So from here, we're going to transform, rotate. All right. Let's put it like right here. I think I want that top to come down some more. So let's bring it down a little bit more. All right. And just brush it. Now, once we brush it, whatever the layer style is, it'll just do it automatically. So let's move our 2K22 up. All right, let's give it a stroke. Blending options, stroke. Now we don't want the stroke white. We want it like this yellow down here. So let's hit it with the eyedropper. Bow. All right, that's cool. That's cool for now. All right, now let's move on to the date. We're going to type in June 24 to 26. Our line spacing is crazy. So let's hit it at auto and get 24, 26 to line up right under June. Command A to select it all and decrease your line spacing. All right. I want it like right here. All right. But also, we're going to make it the same color as the 2K22. So now, let's give it a stroke, just like 2K22, but let's duplicate it. All right. Command, select them both, transform tool. Let's bring it down and drop it off over here. Bow. Like right there. Alright? Group it, name it date, hit your save. Alright? Double click on the first stroke. Change the color from yellow to white. Let's leave it at 8. Double click on the second stroke. And let's make that stroke, let's try 16. Do we like it? Alright, that's cool. Save. Alright, now let's type in Impala Takeover. But that's going to be in white. Let's drop the size. Alright, let's put it in the middle of 2K22. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, now let's type in Atlanta, Georgia. Alright. Let's leave this one right here. Let's duplicate it and make this top one this darker red right here. Not the top red, the darker one right here. Alright. And we're going to give it the same stroke that 2K22 has. So to do that, we're going to hold down Option or Alt, click and hold effects, drag it up, drop it. So now it's on both. Now this one, the second, the white Atlanta, we're going to make that size bigger. And we're going to rotate it. You see, simple things make things look way different. Let's make this one bigger as well. We don't want it touching the edge. We want it like right there. Is that cool? Let's see. Yes. Save it. All right. So this is going to be our title. This will be our location. All right. You put them all together. These are our words. Bow. All right. Now, I want to do something. Let's go back here to the paper. Let's duplicate the top paper. Double click on the blending effects. Hit color overlay, black, soft light. All right. Turn the gradient. We'll leave it on. All right. I like that. But let's flip the gradient so the darker is at the top. All right. Boom. Now, with this same setup, copy layer style. We're going to go to the title. On 2K, let's paste layer style. All right. And just go back to the stroke and make it the yellow. All right. Gradient overlay, reverse it back. Ooh, that's icy. Icy, icy. But I don't want that darker red so dark. So let's just bring down the overlay just a little bit. All right. Hit the save. That's fire. That is too fire. All right. Boom. Location. Let's add an overlay on this as well. Let's bring it down just a little bit. That's icy. Save it. All right. But now we want the same effect on June. So let's go back to 2K. Let's copy the layer style. Go up to the date. You know what? Because I don't want to have to redo it. So let's just hit color overlay, gradient, and we just have to go back in it and pick our color. So the yellow will be the light red. Let's pick that one. And the orange will be the darker red. Let's pick that one. And let's just drag this, or just type in 100. All right. Boom. We don't even need the color overlay. That's fire. That is too fire. But let's put the dark on the bottom, hit the reverse. Yeah, that's icy. All right. Now, let's get to the effects behind the car. Let's create a new layer. We're going to make it the yellow we use. Our brush tool. Let's bring it up, but make it a soft brush. All right. Bring it up to about 1,000. And let's just hit the light behind the car. All right. Take it down just a little bit. Bow. Let's get it right. I don't want it too far up. I want it like right there. All right. Now our blend modes might bust it down pretty dope. Let's stick with screen and just see what it do. All right. Create a new layer. Change the color to black. Now let's paint. Let's put it on top of the yellow. Let's paint between these tires. And under the car. Alright. But we're going to change it to soft light. And let's drag that same layer above the car. Let's see if we can. Alright. And now we're going to mask it out. Let's just drop this just a little bit. Boom, so you can still see some of the light. Alright. Bow. Make sure we save. Now let's name this light. Alright, and this is a part of the light too, so let's name this top light. Boom. Okay. So we looking good like great, great like even better. You know what I'm saying? So now, let's go to the car. Because if you're having a car parked, more than likely, you can see a reflection in the windows. So let's hit the magic wand, select the window, and let's get this windshield. However you get it is how you get it. All right. So now, we're not going to cut it out. We're going to copy it. So Command J, put it on its own layer. Go down here to the background, duplicate the skyline, drag it up above the car layer. Drop the opacity. All right. Now we have dropped it. Now let's separate the window and the windshield so they're both on its own layer. Make selection. Command Shift J. This is the windshield. Let's name it windshield. And this is the window. Let's name it window. All right. Save. Now with the skyline, let's make sure we can see. Let's bring down the size. And you see how we have the W right here. So we don't want the W peeking through here. So let's pick a different setup. So if the W is, let me bring it up some so you can see it. On this side, let's pick something more so right here. All right. Boom. Command click on the window, copy it. All right. Now for the windshield, we have to do it a little differently. Let's hit distort. All right. Now we've picked this side, so let's just grab free transform rotate. All right, let's play with it to get it where we want it. Boom. Free transform rotate. Bow. Right there. Command click on the windshield. Copy. Let that layer go. Let's bring down the opacity on both so they both can be on 25. Matter of fact, no, let's leave this. Let's leave this one because it depends on how you look at it. If the window is tinted, you'll see the reflection from what's behind you, as if you're looking at the car. But if it's not tinted, you'll be able to see right through to the background. So this car, let's see how it looks if it is not tinted. All right, so let's see. So if we did this, do we like that? Do we like that, or do we like this? Let's go with this. All right, now let's make the windows its own group. Name it window. Let's add a color overlay, soft light. Bow, we in the game, but let's bring the windshield down a little bit. Boom. Make sure we hit save. Get rid of that. All right. So now we looking like something good and great. All right. Now let's go down to the car layer. Adjustments. Let's hit vibrance. Make sure we connect it by holding down option and clicking right in between so you get that little arrow. Let's bring up the saturation. Let's bring up the vibrance. So if it didn't look like nothing to you, check this out. You see, it's kind of dull. It's out there now. Let's bring it up some more. All right. Boom. Save. All right. So now we really only have one more step. All right. And that step will go above the paper. So make a new layer. Want to hit edit, fill it with 50% gray. We're going to go up here to noise. In the filters, add noise. Now, we're going to add noise, let's say 23. All right. Our blend mode, put it on soft light. Okay. Now from here, let's just resize it. Bring it down. Boom. All right. Now, we don't want the noise on the car. We only want it on the paper. Okay? So now let's just get our paper, duplicate it, just in case we don't like it. Commit, hold down Command, click on the paper, and hit our mask. All right? So do we like it? Yes, we like it. Do we love it? Yes, we love it. If we need more noise, just duplicate it. Boom. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. And you know what? Let me go ahead and drop this tag on here for you. And I'm using a parental advisory only because I killed it with this one. Yes, indeed. So let's put it somewhere it's going to look like something. Do we want it right there? Huh. I should have put it on the license plate, but it's good. Somewhere around there. But look, I just showed you how to lay something real simple with using very few images and create nothing but pure sauce. So make sure when you're doing it and you're doing it well, you let them know Unique taught me.